Hi everybody, can you all hear me?
Yeah!
Awesome. I'm full of firsts, so again, my name is Mancayo Torres. This is the first time I'm in High Five. First time in this space. I'm born and bred from Queens, New York, so I just... Hey. We go to Queens. I just moved here to LA, so I'm getting a lot of like, thank you. I'm getting like Queens vibes from y'all, so like, give it up for yourselves. I'm pretty homesick, so I just wanted to say that. Oh. I am the youngest of 5, which is probably why I do this. I'm also one of 7, maybe more. My dad likes to set up a lot of franchises everywhere he goes. And so, growing up, my older brothers and sisters, is this better? No longer. Yeah, awesome, thank you, appreciate that. My older brothers and sisters would tell me about my dad and all these different stories, but I really couldn't contribute because my dad, for me, was kind of in and out, and then he was out for a while. But that changed when I was 19. I decided to move in with my pops. Much like the rest of my dating life, anybody I met and I wanted to get to know, I moved in with them very quickly. That's what I did with my dad. So we moved in together. He was renting a room in Queens, and his room was pretty messy. My side was clean. I had a bed that he stole from me for one of his jobs. Lots of families, he had lots of jobs. So on the right side was like DVD movies, Western Union receipts for the money he would send to Ecuador. And these movies were like Terminator, Die Hard, Predator, Agro, Machismo. But he would always watch Phil on the Roof. I don't know if anybody knows Phil on the Roof. I can't tell you why this 6-year-old man, Ecuadorian, liked Phil on the Roof about this nice Jewish family in 1900s pre-Russia. But he watched that every night. And the thing is, I'm one of those no sabo kids. So I couldn't really ask him like, hey, Papa, why do you... Gusto, never mind. So, but serendipitously the show was on Broadway. It came out that fall. So I got tickets. I'm a CUNY student, I got a public discount. I get these tickets, I'm gonna surprise him. I tell him, let's go. And I figured this is going to be our first story. So we take the 7 train into Times Square. My dad doesn't like to walk and talk. He likes to stop and tell you a story. About, like, in 1969, I came to New York. I'm like, that's great. We're on Ecuadorian time. We got to go. So we get to the theater. He thinks we're seeing a movie. So we go in. We're up in the balcony. And I'm thinking he's going to cry like a baby. My siblings are going to be super jealous because I finally get this story. Low lights. Music starts. Whoever knows, Phil on the Roof, the first song is tradition. Sets the tone of the village and the play. I'm not a theater kid, but my dad is, excited. Music plays, and sure enough, right on cue. My dad, he's 60, he's old, he's got a lot of jobs, he's tired. But me, I feel like a little kid, and I'm like hitting him, like, wake up. He's like, Mijito, this is so cool. And he keeps falling asleep. His phone goes off, the other family calls. White people in the theater are shushing me, and I'm shushing them back, and then I'm shushing my dad, tell the family to call back later. Intermission happens, and I am checked out. I am not feeling this moment. And I'm 2 years old all over again. And I just want my dad to just look at me. Just pay attention. So we're back in, and I do not care about this very nice Jewish family anymore. The songs are great, but I'm just checked out. And then this one song comes up, if anybody knows it, but Do You Love Me? The husband and the wife are having a conversation. The wife is being asked by the husband, do you love me? She thinks it's the stupidest question. Like, of course I love you, but she doesn't say it. She's having his kids and all that stuff, so the husband keeps saying it, but do you love me? Now, for anybody who knows, the guy who's playing Tevye, the main lead, Alfred Molina. Alfred Molina, for most people, either you know him from Chocolat or you know him as Doc Ock. Okay, depending on the temperature of the crowd, I wasn't sure. So, Molina takes a long beat before he says the refrain, but do you love me? And in that little long beat, I hear from my left, but do you love me? And I turned, and my dad said the line, and I was like, oh, I laughed. People around us laughed too. The thing is, in a really quiet theater, much like you're all quiet right now, sound travels to the back. So we, Mr. Molina like stops, and then he kind of looks at like the Ecuadorian Paul Bunyan of my life, who hides. My dad just like shrinks, embarrassed. So we go out, we get a playbill signed, and I tell Molina what happened, what I just told y'all. And I'm thinking he's gonna find it funny. He did not find it funny. So he signs it, he looks at my dad, he's like, did you say my line, is that true? And my dad's like, yeah. He's like, congratulations, you made your Broadway debut, way to go, way to go. They hug and they take a photo. So I'm gonna wrap up there because I'm on time, but thank you so much, that was my story. I'm so glad. If y'all wanna hear more,